I was the quiet. I learnt early how to live without living, a body that existed because it had to, a body trapped in rooms too small for dreams, a burden to manage, a noise to quiet, a problem she never meant to have. I was a forgotten little girl in a house that never felt like home. Watching the world spin, wild beyond glass, while I stayed still. Outside I felt a radiating heat, children shrieking through the streets, running beneath a sky I couldn't touch. I stayed inside where the air hung heavy, where silence was safer than being seen. I didn't know how to ask for love. I didn't know how to need it. As every time I did, I felt like I was asking for something I didn't deserve. I watched others being held while I was forgotten, lost in the spaces between. I kept silent and buried the hunger deep, so deep I could feel the burn, until even wanting felt like a betrayal of my own heart. I don't remember soft hands, only the sharpness of the absence that stretched its fingers through my humanity. No bedtime stories, no truly caring arms, just the ache of knowing I wasn't worth the warmth. I learnt how to disappear before I even knew what it meant to be wanted. The year no one saw me. I learnt how to disappear before anyone saw me. I faded quietly, not like a scream, but like a whisper that never made it past the walls. I became something people looked through, a shadow in the corner, a name no one said out loud. I waited and waited to be found, but I was never really searched for. Even the silence forgot my name. The house breathed in silence, heavy and still, like it knew something was missing, and I didn't care to speak aloud. The air felt colder, thicker. Grief had soaked into the walls, nothing felt real anymore. Just shadows of where light once lingered, his body folded in on itself, fading and discoloured. As the room held its last heartbeat, the clock above him spun like it was mocking me. Each tick, a crack in the silence, time moved forward, but I stayed back. Stuck in the moment everything stopped. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I just stopped being. Some nights I'd stare at the ceiling until dark swallowed me whole, wondering if anyone would notice if I disappeared by morning. I needed something to fill the hollow, so I let the numbness in. Addiction wrapped round me slowly, not to heal me, just to silence the ache. But the silence got louder, the hole got bigger, and I stopped feeling even the pain. They didn't leave me with anger, they just left, and that kind of forgetting felt like dying. Some part of me is still in that house, curled up in the quiet, waiting for somebody to come back, but no one ever did, and maybe they never will. Still, I'm here, not whole, not healed, but still standing. And maybe that's enough for now. Because even in the ache, even in the empty, something inside me kept going. Not because I believed it would get better, but because something small in me refused to stop. I keep going for the ones who see me now, who stay, who cares in the way the past never did. Not for the ones who left me behind, but for the ones who show me I was never too far gone to come back. the spaces I left behind. I packed up the broken pieces of a life I never learned to hold. The house was still heavy with ghosts, and I left, dragging my hollow bones out of the shadows that claimed me. The walls no longer screamed, but their whispers clung to my skin, cold and relentless. I thought leaving would erase the pain, but the emptiness followed, a shadow stitched deep inside my mind. It didn't disappear, just because my feet found different floors. It moved with me, a gentle reminder of where I have been. I thought I'd start fresh, like I could peel back the years and make something new from the mess, but nothing felt whole. Not the rooms I filled with different faces, not the days I tried to make mine. The trauma still lives in my blood, still bled in the quiet moments and the weight of what had been. I didn't know how to be a person, how to breathe like I belonged here. There were days I felt like I was faking it, playing a part in a life that wasn't mine. Growing up isn't about getting better, though it does get better. It's about learning how to carry the pain, how to make space for the ache, without letting it swallow you whole. I didn't heal. I learned how to cope, how to laugh when my chest feels tight, how to lift my face to the sun with shadows stitched inside me. The memories don't fade. They just become a part of the air I breathe, something I can't escape. I learned to breathe around it. Leaving it in the past doesn't mean the walls stop whispering. The past seeps through the cracks of our vision, fractured glass stained with years of quiet storms, holding the shards of what we once were. Healing is not a polished mirror, but a mosaic of scars we learn to carry like armor, step by fragile step, finding balance on uneven ground. No map guides the way. We navigate by the constellations of our pain, learning to shape the broken pieces, like a dandelion, into a fragile kind of beauty. Time doesn't wash away what's rooted in the bones, not as a burden, but as becoming, stitched into the skin of what we are. A strength not loud, but earned. Rising from every moment we think we wouldn't survive, and proved that even the shattered can still shine.
You're my heart, my guiding star. In your smile I find my way home. If you question how I care, just lean in, love. When you share what you share, the truth your soul lays bare with me. It's a dance, a gentle waltz of harmony and mystery. In this life we're intertwined, like a weave of space and time.